Hello, it's been a while, but I am finally getting around to putting together a video. This one actually started way back more than a year ago, um, and it's a partial success. Gave me an idea to make it better, but anyway, I don't want to give a spoiler alert, I guess. Anyway, that, and I've decided, unless I hear differently, to dispense with the poor excuse for singing at the beginning and end of this video and those to come. So, without further ado, let's see what we've got. This is my circle cutting guide. I don't know if you can see those marks there. This is set just past 11 inches, which would make it just over, anyway, make me a circle. Anyway, we're going to do this time. Hole punched here for my guide through. So that should have a radius of about 5.5, just over 5.5 inches. So what I'm doing, trying to make it fit. Around there. I don't need it to go all the way around. Is the right size. That fits nicely into there. Alright. That being the case, I'm going to make a few more of those. If I can find some more scraps of wood, it doesn't matter. I'm going to try this. Radius. And were I to choose, I could, might just make my radius a bit smaller now and cut an inside one to fit over there so I can maybe put a bolt through it or something. Anyway, take a measurement or two here. Maybe, if I got my ruler, my tape measure. Got my baby tape measure here. Okay, so let's put the mark at about 6.5. And that should do it. I'm going to poke a hole in it for the screw. Hopefully it's big enough. We'll try it. That gives me 4 of those. Where did I put them now? Probably lost them already. There they are. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that circle in a little bit tighter, and I'll show you. Get that off so I can see where my mark is. Loosen off the wing nut under here. And what size shall I make that? Should make it 1.5 inches. So there's 1 inch and there's 1/2. Maybe make it closer to 2 inches just to be on the safe side. Tighten that up. Okay, 2 inches, here we come. Now what did I do with, oh, there it is, okay. There, I got 4 of those. Now, let's just go over here. And see what happens. Get my feet to work in here. No, that's right. See, those fit together like this, and if I put that on there, and this back there, I can drill a hole perhaps through to clamp a bucket in. Got enough to do 4 of them. So. Might work, I don't know. Alright. Got my thinking cap on still. We'll think about it. I also want to oops. Once I open this up to a bigger diameter here. Look at that. That's pretty slick. Anyway, to a bigger diameter here. See, I've got this in here, which is a bit of a ramp to push the stuff down. Then when it comes through the inlet there, this inlet. I'm thinking I'm going to make some out of plywood. We'll curve around to bring it down so that it doesn't get sucked back up. So it'll curve around this way as it comes in so it doesn't get sucked back out. Hope it all makes sense. Anyway, we'll see. Okay, so I've been working here on making a a spiral for my dust collection. So what I've done is I've cut a circle, and of course it's got a split in it. The idea here is that if I can force it to go like that inside the barrel, then hopefully I can make the dust follow the path down. So in order to do that, I need something that's rolled around to fit the inside of this. So to that end, I'll see if I can bend it manually now. So I finally got smart, I think. That thing's busted, but I wrapped a ratchet strap around it and pulled it in, and then put this around the outside of it so that it wouldn't, or it would have to come to the shape I want. And so far I've got one pop rivet in it to hold it there. I'll probably put several more in it, but first I want to turn it over and get the other end. Alright, I'm hoping all this starts to make some sense now. This is my collection port for the dust collection, where the dust comes in. This, although it still needs to be fastened to this, basically goes down through this hole, and that pipe that I just made fits in there. I made a groove for two little notches, and there we go. Kind of almost fits. Nothing a bit of silicone won't fix. Anyway, yeah. So tomorrow I'll get some heat on out here, I guess, and try to finish putting this together with that business over there. But I am still waiting on thrust bearings for the end of the shaft right there. Anyway, I can have all the prep work done maybe by the time they ever get here. Talk to you later. So just to show you, this whole thing right now is upside down. But we've got a pipe inside to facilitate the separation of the dust from the airflow. This will get fastened down. And of course, this and this will have to be fastened together, and this will have to be, yeah. I should have made this ring just a little bit bigger, but what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to put a couple of screws in each of these, and they match up pretty good. And I'll run a screw or something straight through here and into here. And of course I'll just put screws in down there to hold things together. And my little spiral piece will go in there to tease the flow of stuff in the direction I want it to go. Anyway, thanks for putting up with the shaky cam. But I think I really should go in and spend some time with my bride. Anyway, oh, I was out of focus. Look at that. Anyway. Still need to glue these gaps up a bit or fill them with silicone or something. So I'll fasten this down to this. Fasten these to this. Fasten this to this. And run screws down from the inside through here and into this. With liberal doses of silicone to kind of seal things up if I can. Alright. See you later. So I've been working on a piece of flat metal here to carry a thrust bearing. I'll make a wooden piece for it. I'll make a wooden piece to go between here and here to carry the actual bearing. I'm waiting for it still to come, but sorry for the shaky cam, it's cold out here. Anyway, so now I gotta cut this off, and I'll probably wind up having to re-drill this hole to get things to work the way I want, and I'm gonna notch it in here so that it doesn't cause air leakage when I put the rest of it together. Anyway, show you more. Well, it's days and days later. Finally got back out and cut this end off, this thing, and notched out these to fit both ends so that that rests nicely right over top of the center of the shaft if and when my thrust bearings ever get here. And I'm going to take this, which I just cut off of there. I'm going to shorten it so that it will fit inside those rings there. And I'm going to weld it. I'm going to weld it on there like that to make sure that it's strong enough to carry the weight if that shaft decides to try to move south. Anyhow, that's the plan. I'll have to get at it and figure out exactly how I'm going to do it, yeah. So, there goes my brain off on a tangent again. I have to re-drill this hole because that one kind of got close to the edge. I'll have to fill that with silicone or something. And that reminds me I'll have to get some silicone too, if I can get anything with everything being locked up again. Anyway, I just finished shoveling the driveway, and it's starting to get dark out. And I'm tired and thirsty. I think I'll go in and have a swallow of water. Catch ya. Well, it's several days, maybe more than that, a couple of weeks maybe even later. I'm finally back out here. This is the ring that I plan on using to make a spiral inside there. And what I've done is I've taken two pieces of metal and made them so they follow the curve, and left room for a 1/4-inch bolt to go through. And same on this side, except that I adjusted it so it'll go through straight rather than on that wild angle. I had the thing kind of together, but I had to take it apart because it was too tight on the inside. And so I've used my spindle sander there and taken a little bit out of the inside. I'll make another test fit, see how things go, show you more. Alright, the tripod's not tall enough to let me show you down there while I try to push it in. But there it is inside. That's the ring. This side will go down first, right here. This side will try to stay up. See if we can make any headway with it. Down to where you can see it inside there. See the bottom piece there. It's going to go down to where I can put a bolt through that hole. It protrudes right through into the center ring. So, let's see what we can manage. Got that one in. Again. So the bolt, as you can see, it protrudes through into there. Now I'm going to put some washers on it. Alright, now we'll try to open up the spiral. Alright, I'm going to turn you off because progress is slow and I'm getting tired. Well, it would appear that persistence finally paid off. So if you look in through there, you can see the bottom of the ramp for the stuff that comes in. One vacuum is applied at the top here. And oh man, it's hard to see, isn't it? It spirals around and gets dumped out here, where hopefully it continues to spiral outside of the bucket and not get sucked up by that, which will be sitting on top of that, which will be turned upside down on that. Sure hope I get the bearing for that soon. Anyway, this much is done finally. You're welcome for the fancy camera work. So, well now, the much anticipated, by me at least, moment has finally arrived. My part that I've been waiting for seems like forever finally arrived. I'm going to see if I can open my knife and open it up. Maybe I'll just put the anticipation continues to rise. And there it is. I only really need one, but they sent me 3 little thrust bearings. which will go. You're going to raise you back up a bit again. We'll go in there. Put it back inside this little bag. Zip it back closed, and watch me now. I'm going to put it over here with the parts for my planer. Alright, that's at home now. My next trick is to make a little wooden block or something like that. It will fit over top of that and encapsulate that and come up and fit against that. It doesn't need to be very thick, it only needs to be less than 1/8 of an inch. Drill press way over there. Oh, that's not what you wanted to do. You wanted to zoom. Way over there. What is that sound? Oh, look. Kind of sort of works. We've got a bunch of sealing up to do, but it's drawing air. Not blowing a whole lot because I kind of think I might need to put a bigger pulley on here, either that or a better motor on there. But it is moving air. And it's a whole lot quieter than that other contraption. To be honest with you though, I'm too tired to even bother seeing what it'll suck. Because, like I said, I need to seal things up better. So, progress has been made. Motor's not quite in line with the pulley, is it? Anyway. Turn the switch off. I think that's only a third horse. I think. I'd have to check it for sure. I got that old pelter up there. My dad used to use it for a grinder. And it had lots of juice. Maybe it'd be more powerful. I could put it on there. Anyway, I'm calling it a minor success. And I've even got some of my mess cleaned up. Some. There's lots to go. Anyway, thanks for watching.